and welcome yogi friends and friends who just want to move to this practice to release tension in the IT band and the hips. My name is Sherlock and I'm so grateful you are here to move and breathe on your mat. If you sit a lot, run, cycle, hike, climb stairs, then you might experience some tightness or tension in the hips and along the IT band. Not sure what the IT band is? IT is short for iliotibial, and it's a long piece of connective tissue running from the outside of your hip to the knee and the shin bone. Our hips are responsible for so many ranges of movement, and when we feel tension or discomfort here, we might feel a little stuck, both literally and figuratively. It could be a sign for us to look a little deeper. On a physical level, it could be tight through overuse or repetitive movements and the continuous friction of the band rubbing on the bone. Or an emotional and energetic level, it might be related to our creativity center, the second chakra in our energy systems. Because of this energetic and emotional connection, we might experience discomfort or tightness in this area for other reasons. Perhaps it's time to ask, is your creativity dwindling? Is there anything you feel unsafe about at the moment or lately? Is there something happening in your life that you've put off dealing with directly? My favorite one is there room in my life or in my days for joy? And if not, perhaps it's time to ask what prevents me from having an experience of joy. During this practice, we'll breathe into the hips, the IT band, and connect to the second chakra's energetic center. Let's meet on the mat. Let's begin with a short connection of the breath to the body. So you can bring your hands to place just on the low abdomen, close toward the pelvic bone. And just close down the eyes and draw the breath into the belly at the base of the spine. With the eyes closed, just notice how the body feels. On the inhale, how the body softens on the exhale. Maybe you take a moment to recognize any areas of tension or discomfort. Nice, slow, even inhales, even exhales. Just connecting the breath to the body and calming the mind. Releasing the breath now. Allow the breath to return to its natural rhythm and just observe. Flutter the eyelids open. Roll over the knees. Come to a wide-legged child's pose. So bring the toes to meet. Extend the knees out toward the edge of the mat and draw the chest toward the earth. Breathing into the inner thighs, opening up through the groin, through the hips. Breath can retain at the seat. Notice as the inhale expands the low abdomen and the exhale draws the low abdomen toward the spine. Maybe the hips fall a little closer to the heels with each exhale. On the next inhale, gently walk the hands toward the torso. Bring the knees to about hips width apart. Rise up onto the knees. We come into a modified Ustrasana, modified camel pose. So we'll do a dynamic movement here. Take an inhale, find length through both side bodies, lifting up through the chest as though someone has their thumbs underneath your armpits and is lifting you up through the chest. As you exhale, gently draw only the right hand to the right heel. If that's a little too intense, just bring the right hand to the low back and gently lean into the low back that way. Inhale, sweep the left arm to the sky. Feel a nice opening through the side body. Exhale, push off through the hand, sweep the body forward, bring the left hand to the left heel, sweep the right arm to the sky. Beautiful opening through the right side body. Maybe you're feeling that through the right hip flexor, the right IT band. 2 more times. Exhale. Inhale, release. Extend. Exhale, coming up. Inhale, releasing back down to the left and extending the right. 1 more time. Follow your breath. Good. Coming back to center. We're going to come into frog pose now, and it's a little bit challenging for some. So you might need to pause the video and grab a couple of towels just to put your knees on. By no means in frog pose is it expected for you to be able to extend the legs out all the way. What we're going to do is we're going to come to all fours. Lean into your palms and gently walk the knees out to the side, going as far and wide as your knees allow. Maybe you bring the hands a little closer in for stability. And when you get to your edge, bring the ankles in line with the knees and point the toes out to the side. And this might be as far as you go, and that is perfectly fine. We'll be here for a few breaths, so you'll notice as we inhale, we create space, and as we exhale, the body softens a little more, and maybe we go a little deeper into this very deep hip opener. If this is where you are, this is perfectly fine. Everybody's body is different, and some of us don't have the capacity to go further than this in these hip opening postures. Take an inhale, find length through the spine. As you exhale, if you want to go a little further, gently walk the hands a little bit forward. And you can just rest here and maybe rock the hips back and forth. And you'll feel that opening through the groin. If you want to go a little further, come down onto the elbows. Inhale. Exhale, navel draws to spine. If you're on your elbows, be sure not to sink into the shoulder blades. So we don't want to be sinking the upper back into the shoulders. We want a nice strong back. Just a couple more breaths here. Inhale deep into the pelvic floor. Exhale, navel draws to spine. 1 more breath here. Good. On the next inhale, if you're on your elbows, shift the weight to the right, come up onto the left palm, coming up onto the right palm. Gently bring the toes to meet and then bring the knees to meet and draw the hips back to the heels, come into child's pose. It can be a narrow-legged child's pose this time. Take a little moment to reflect. Perhaps you can ask one of those questions. Has my creativity diminished? Do I feel stuck?
not only in my hips, in my physical body, but in my emotional body. Maybe I feel stuck in an environment in my external world. It's a really wonderful moment to go inward. Inhale, come to all fours. Exhale, tuck the toes, sweep the tail to the sky, downward facing dog, Ardha Mukha Svanasana. Taking a moment to really set this up, so spread the fingertips wide, draw the elbows in toward each other, so internally rotate the elbows, and you'll notice that this will open up the shoulders, and as we open up the shoulders, it forces or draws the chest toward the thighs. Micro bend in the knees, tailbone is up and back, so we're drawing the hips up and back. And if it's in your practice, you can draw the heels a little closer toward the mat and feel a nice long stretch along the whole back line of the body, from the ankles through to the back of the neck, the backs of the arms. Inhale, gazes to the top of the mat. Gently walk the feet to the top of the mat. Find length through the spine, Ardha Uttanasana, half lift. Bend into both knees and bring the right foot behind the left. So just behind the left here. Coming into a modified Uttanasana. Find length through the spine, exhale, hinge at the hips, folding forward. Maybe you bring your hands to the mat. If you're in a slightly tighter body, perhaps you're using some blocks up on their tallest plane. But we're just breathing into both sides of the hips. You can allow the head and neck to hang. If you want to take a little bit further and find a little more ease through the right hip flexor, bring the hands a little further over to the left. Good. Inhale, coming back to center. Bring the right foot to meet the left. Find length through the spine, Ardha Uttanasana. Bend into the knees. Bring the left foot behind the right. Take an inhale, find length through the spine. Exhale, hinge at the hips, slight bend in the knees, folding forward. Feeling a nice release through the left IT band. Inhale, finding length. Exhale, fold a little deeper. Bringing the hands around to the right side of the mat this time, breathing into that left side body. Feel the body soften and release on the exhale. Inhale, coming back to center. Bring the left foot to meet the right. Find length through the spine, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, hinge at the hips, Uttanasana. Inhale, sweep the arms overhead, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, hands to heart center, Samastiti. Inhale, lower the hands, sweep the arms overhead, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, hinge at the hips, folding forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, hands to shins, find a flat back. Exhale, with control, step the right foot back, coming into a lunge, building our foundation, so making sure that the back heel is stacked over the top of the toes, engaging that back leg. Inhale, sweep the arms forward, frame the face, rise into crescent, feel into that right psoas. Exhale, frame the front foot, step back into plank, whole body activation. We'll come down, knees, chest, chin on the exhale this time. Belly to the mat, elbows to the side body. Lift up through the chest, baby cobra. Beautiful, lower the chest. Exhale, tuck the toes. Sweep the tail to the sky, downward facing dog. Inhale, sweep the right leg to the sky, three-legged down dog. Feel the stretch through the left hamstring. Inhale, bring the knee to the chest, step the foot between the hands. Beautiful. Take another inhale, sweep the arms overhead, coming into crescent lunge. Short step the back foot forward to about halfway. Back foot's at a 45-degree angle. Inhale, find length through both side bodies. Exhale, hinge at the front hips. Lean forward, fold forward, coming to halfway. Release the left hand to the outside of the right foot. Maybe you're putting it on a block. You can bring the right hand to the sacrum. Inhale, find length through the spine. Draw the right hip back, left hip forward. Exhale, navel draws to spine, finding stability. If you want to go a little further, extend the right arm to the sky, stacking the shoulders. So in revolved triangle. Inhale, breath rises from the seat. Exhale, navel draws to spine. Release the top arm to the mat. Bring the left foot to meet the right. Fold forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, sweep the arms overhead, Urdhva. Exhale, hands to heart center, Samastiti. Lower the hands. Inhale, sweep the arms overhead, Urdhva. Exhale, hinge at the hips, folding forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, hands to shins, find a flat back. Exhale with control, step the left foot back, finding that foundation. Inhale, sweep the arms forward, frame the face, rise into crescent. Feeling a nice stretch through the left psoas. Exhale, frame the front foot, step back into plank, whole body activation. Lower down, chaturanga this time. Take an inhale. Draw the elbows to the side body, lower down, halfway, chaturanga. Come to the tops of the feet. Push through the palms, upward facing dog. Exhale, tug the toes. Sweep the tail to the sky. Downward dog. Inhale, sweep the left leg to the sky. Three-legged down dog. Exhale, knee to chest, step the foot between the hands. Inhale, sweep the arms forward, frame the face, rise into crescent. Short step the back foot forward to the middle of the mat. Inhale, sweep the arms overhead. Find length through both side bodies. Hinge at the hips, fold forward, come halfway. Bring the right hand to the outside of the left foot. Left hand can come to the sacrum. Inhale, find length through the spine. Draw the left hip back, right hip forward. If you want to go a little further, extend the left arm to the ceiling, stack the shoulders, revolved triangle. Use the breath to maintain the posture. Inhale, release the top arm to the mat. Bring the right foot to meet the left, fold forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, sweep the arms overhead, Urdhva. Exhale, hands to heart center, Samastiti. Lower to the mat. Bring the right leg so that the shin is parallel in front of you. Bend the left knee and bring the shin to the left side of the mat. So we're squaring off the hips. Feet are flexed. Inhale, find length through the spine. Exhale, rotate the torso to the right and just bring the palms to the mat. So you can gently push into the palms to find a little bit of leverage to lift out of the lower spine. Inhale, find length. Exhale, navel draws to spine. One more breath here. Inhale, gently coming back to center, switching the legs, so bringing the left leg so it's parallel with the short edge of the mat, bending the right leg out to the right, flexing both feet. Ankles are in line with knees. Inhale, find length. Exhale, rotate to the left. Gently press the palms into the mat on the left side. Find length through the spine. Exhale, navel draws to spine. There's this gentle twist here, but we're still opening through the groin, through the hips. One more breath. Beautiful. Inhale, come back to center. Come to find a supine position. You might want to grab a strap here if you don't have something nearby. Maybe you have a towel or a t-shirt to wrap around the sole of your foot. Extend the left leg out long. Bring the right knee to the chest. If you're in a slightly more open body, here's where you can grasp hold of the big toe with your fingers. If you need a little bit more space, you can pop the strap around the sole of the foot or like a towel or a t-shirt. Inhale, extend the knee, finding a nice stretch through the right hamstrings, filling the fascia closest to the bone, extending and lengthening. Squaring the shoulders to the mat. Taking an inhale. On the exhale, taking it a little further, and we're going to extend the right leg out to the right side. Just opening up through that inner groin, the inner thigh. The left hand can be resting on the left hip in case the hip pops up. Just a couple of breaths here. We're really breathing into the storehouse of our emotions. Inhale, coming back to center. You can release the right leg, extend it out long, draw the left knee toward the chest. Take the left hand to the inside of the left knee, grasp hold of the big toes, or wrap the strap around the sole of the foot. Inhale, extend that left leg. Feel a nice stretch through the back of the hamstring, through the glutes. Try and square off the shoulders. If extending your leg is a little too intense, bend the knee. You'll find that if you're in a slightly tighter body, even if you're bending into the knee and you're at like a 90-degree angle like this, you're probably going to feel a nice intense stretch through the hamstring and glutes anyway. Inhaling and exhale. Gently shifting the weight of the leg to the left. Right hand is on the right hip. Use the breath, breathe into that left inner thigh. Notice how the body softens on the exhale. Inhale, coming back to center. Release the left leg, extend it out long. Draw that right knee back into the chest. Extend the right arm out to the side. Draw the right knee across the body using the left hand. Gazes over to the right. Supta Matsyendrasana, supine twist. Really feeling into that side body there. Inhale, create space. Exhale, body softens. Maybe you find some room to explore and let go. Inhale, coming back to center. Extend the right leg out long, draw the left knee into the chest. Extend the left arm out to the side. Draw the left knee across the body using the right hand. Gaze is over to the left. Breathing into that IT band. The storehouse of our energy and emotions. And those events that we're unable to deal with in the moment. Give yourself permission to release and let go here. Inhale, coming back to center. Extend the left leg out long. Bring the feet to about hips width apart. Allow the feet to fall to the sides of the mat. Option here to draw the arms slightly away from the body with the palms facing up. Or you can bring one hand to the belly, one hand to the chest. Or if you would like to remain in that intention of breathing into the hips, bring the hands to the lower abdomen, near the hip area, near the pelvis. Gently tuck the shoulder blades underneath the chest. Lift the chin away from the chest to allow the natural curve of the spine. Release any tension in the jaw. Let go of any furrow in the brow. And if they're not already, close down the eyes. Bring your awareness to your breath. Become aware of the breath on the inhale as it travels deep into the pelvic area, deep into the pelvic bowl. Fills the hips, fills the belly, the chest, into the collarbones. Exhale, allow the body to soften into the earth. If your hands are at your hips, notice the warmth, the comfort. Perhaps you feel a little more safe. With each inhale, invite the breath, invite the pranic energy into the hips. With each exhale, surrender a little further into the mat. Give yourself permission to let go. Bring your awareness back to your breath. Recognize the peaceful inflow, the surrendering and calm outflow. Begin to find some movement in your fingers and your toes. Gently rock your head and neck from side to side. And if you've got a little more time, feel free to pause the video and remain here in Shavasana for as long as you need. Feel ready to move about your day or your evening or afternoon. Roll over to your most comfortable side and briefly observe. Pushing through your free palm, come to find a comfortable seat. Eyes can remain closed. Take a deep breath in to the base of the spine, nourishing and filling your body with pranic energy, feeling safety and security from your own levels. Inhale, sweep the arms overhead, bring the palms to meet. Exhale, draw the hands to heart center. The light in me sees and honors the light in you. Namaste. Thank you for joining me for your practice today, and thank yourself for showing up on the mat. I hope you feel a little lighter through the hips. If you had a little bit of tension or discomfort there, I hope it's given you a little bit of a tension release. If you think of anyone who could benefit from this, please hit the share button, maybe give it a like. It'll help my content rise to the top, and I really appreciate that. If you're new here, hit subscribe, click the little bell so you don't miss any of my uploads. And as always, keep creating magic in this world from your space at your own pace. Namaste.